I want you idiots to calm down and ask yourself this very question. Why in the hell would you ever think to call me a Nintendo hater, a Nintendo fraud, a Nintendo fake? Explain that to me when I have more games, more consoles, more handhelds, more systems, more peripherals, more controllers, more everything Nintendo related than you do. Why you would even begin to think of some nonsense like that? See, we have a problem here on YouTube, in this YouTube gaming community, this YouTube gaming entertainment division, whatever the hell you want to call it. There seems to be an insurgence, an infestation, a plague, a cancer of these fake-ass, fraudulent, new breed Nintendo fanboys here on YouTube. Gaming fanboys that clearly just started gaming, either this year or last year, that clearly started gaming either this generation or last generation, but mainly we have a bunch of clowns and social rejects that started gaming when gaming was 3D and didn't start gaming when gaming was 2D. That's funny, isn't it? But I keep forgetting I'm just some hater. I don't own anything Nintendo. I just hate everything Nintendo when you don't have half, you don't have a third, you don't have a quarter of anything I own in regards to Nintendo games and Nintendo platforms. I'm sorry if the Wii U isn't good. I'm sorry if the Wii U is a lackluster console, but Nintendo was not always like that. Now, all the stuff you see here isn't even my total collection. My brother has a lot of things, because, when we grew up, he liked Nintendo too. Also, this is only my Nintendo games. This doesn't include a lot of third-party games I have for these present and current systems, or in this case, these past systems. But let's take a little trip around memory lane and show you what I have right here. Let's start out with the classics right here. Super Mario Bros. 3, Star Tropics, the original Metroid, The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, where it all began, everybody, Super Mario Bros. I got this Nintendo because my brother has the OG system, so hey, it is what it is. The Super Nintendo, faded yellow, that's an OG model right there. Right here, we got A Link to the Past, Mario Paint, Donkey Kong Country 2, Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, Super Mario Kart, Yoshi's Island, Stunt Race FX, Super Scope, Donkey Kong Country 3, Star Fox, Super Punch-Out. And let's all go over to one of my favorite systems of all time, but unfortunately, where Nintendo began to go downhill, the N64. And for that system, we have games like Jet Force Gemini, Super Mario Kart 64, Mario Kart 64. I forgot when we transitioned from Super to Ultra or 64, whatever they're calling it these days, whatever they prototyped it, you know the difference, you know the deal. Super Smash Brothers. Which is why it's weird that it's not Super Smash Bros. 64, but you get the idea of the confusion that was Nintendo and their silly naming system back in yonder years. Majora's Mask, Killer Instinct Gold, Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, Super Paper Mario, see, did it again, called it Super. Star Fox 64, Ocarina of Time, Super Mario 64. Now see, that's just a double oxymoron. It's not Mario 64, and it's not Super Mario as a Super Nintendo game, it's Super Mario 64. Anyway, moving on. Wave Race 64, Rogue Squadron, Mario Tennis. Now let's move on over to the GameCube era, which was a decent era, but let's be serious, people. The PlayStation 2 annihilated it. And I have 1, 2, and you all seen I had a third GameCube as well. So we have one of the best games of all time, in my opinion, Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, Zelda Wind Waker, Custom Robo, Smash Melee, Rogue Leader, Wave Race Blue Storm, Pikmin 1, Pikmin 2, Baten Kaitos, Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, and Eternal Darkness, which is sad because that other game that they're coming out with, it should have been fundraised or crowdfunded, whatever you want to call it. It is what it is. They're shady. Their game was no longer in existence. Moving on to the final era of Nintendo I was in, because, like I said, the Wii U era, it really just isn't that good. But we have Metroid Other M, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Ew, this nasty, ugly game right here, Smash Brawl. Then we have Mario Galaxy, Donkey Kong Country Returns, Pandora's Tower, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Super Mario Galaxy 2, the game that Black Baron didn't beat, The Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword, Xenoblade Chronicles, The Last Story, and Twilight Princess. Then we have, I'm sorry, Heart 8, I have the red gun. I'm not an OG. I don't have the gray gun. But once again, you look at all this right in front of you, and you want to have the goddamn nerve to tell me that I'm some kind of fake Nintendo fan, that I don't know anything about Nintendo, that I don't play Nintendo games, never have, and never did. You are a goddamn fool. And most of you posing Nintendo frauds on this website aren't even fans of Nintendo, let alone fans of gaming. So what you need to do is you need to sit down, shut up, be quiet, let the people like me, who are the OGs of this community, who are the OGs of Nintendo gaming, tell you how it is. Because if it's not me telling you how it is, you better listen to 7th Level. And if you're not listening to him, then listen to me. Bottom line is, you people are nothing. You people are nobodies. You people just started gaming. Hell, you people weren't even around. You weren't even born when I started gaming. And when it comes to Nintendo, the bunch of you fake losers, you fake clowns, you social rejects, you morons, and you social degenerates that only really like Nintendo because you want to be a part of something and you want to fulfill and fill this void in your life that you can't fill with real life situations like sports, women, social society, or anything like that. Well, you know what it is. You can't win. You can't beat me. You're all frauds. You don't have anything close to what I have. I would love to see any of you losers get on camera and show me that you have even half of this, or even half the generations of this. And if you're wondering why my regular Nintendo collection is a little bit small, like I said, back in the days, Nintendo had third-party titles, and back in the days, Bond's older brother actually played games and has most of those games. So to close this one out, social rejects exposed, fake Nintendo fanboys exposed, and once again, Black Bond is your daddy. It's that easy.